Wood Memorial Day is such a special day. We have designed a special bet just for you. There's going to be a special pick four we've added from races 6 through 9 for NYRA-Bets customers. You bet it through NYRA-Bets, you get a 15% winner's bonus. You can watch all the races live on Fox Sports 2. We'll be covering them from 3 to 5:30, races 6 through 9. Bet it throughout New York State, but bet it on NYRA-Bets and get that 15% return. Race 6 kicks it off. It's the Bayshore for 3-year-olds, and they're sprinting, and all eyes will be on Theory. Todd Pletcher's terrific 2-year-old last year. He won his debut. Quite the hype last year. He delivered at Saratoga. He went on the shelf, but he came back, and he ran the futurity and ran a big race. They rushed him to the Breeders' Cup, and he's probably not a router, and who knows what happened that day. Listen, you've got to use Theory. You can like him or not like him, but you have to use him because he could easily win this race. But I don't completely trust him. I do think the 4 Long Haul Bay can win this race. He's off a maiden win for Chad Brown, but it's an aggressive move for Chad Brown. He got a 90 Beyer speed figure winning that day. He's a very talented runner. However, I've picked him 2nd and 3rd behind the 1 Migsy. And the Migsy is my best long shot of the entire sequence. A horse for Rudy Rodriguez, who's a better sprinter and a router. And I think he won his maiden race going long just on talent alone. But his sprint race 2 back, his maiden race finished 2nd, was really his best race. A big figure running against the grain of the track. I like him turning back, and I like Migsy on top. I'm going to use 1-4-5 to get through the first leg of this pick 4 sequence, race number 6. The Bayshore. We turn our attention to the 7th race. It's an allowance race, the only allowance race in the sequence, the only non-stake, but it's a very, very good race. And there are a lot of horses, and I think this is the race you're going to want to spread. You can use the 2 Cause for Surprise, whose last race will win it. The question is, can he run back to it? You can use the 3 T Loves a Fight. I don't really like him, but he ran huge for Mike Hushin last time. Might have been the moisture in the track, and the track rates to be fast on Saturday. The 4 Fleet Irish is a long shot you absolutely have to use. 2 and 4 are on my tickets. I like the 6 Bourbon Empire. He's my top choice. I like him cutting back in distance. He's not a router. They've tried the route move. He is a talented sprinter, and he gets back to his sprint races. He can win this at a fair price, and I think you want to use the 10 Benevolence as well, who picks up Javier Castellano. He wants a dry track. He did not like the sealed, sloppy track last time. So my main horses would be 2, 4, 6, 10 here, and the 6 and 10 are my top Sioux selections in race number 7. Race number 8, the Excelsior, at 1.25 miles. It's not an easy race. I think conventional wisdom is going to be send it in last time. He was too far back. I don't know. You know, it's funny. You see that stumble at the start? He's not the one that had trouble at the start. The one that had trouble at the start was Do You Know Something? Because Send It In bobbled. He didn't really stumble, and he forced in Do You Know Something. And Do You Know Something ran a much better race. Now, maybe Send It In resented being inside, and when he got outside in the clear, he did his running. You've got to use Send It In. I think you have to use the 1 Bellamy Way. I don't know if he classes up, but his return race last time was giant. He's got to show, though, that he's better on a main track race than he is on the inner. So far, his best races have been on the inner. I'll use the 1 Bellamy Way. I'll use the 2 Send It In. But I like the 7 Do You Know Something. He's my top choice. He'll be a good price, and he's been running well, and he can kind of control this race from the outside post. Don't think he can't get the 1.25 miles. I think he can get the distance and upset this field. 7-2-1 for me. If you threw a 4th horse in, it would be the 4 Hereditary, but I'm going to use the 1, 2, and 7. The 9th race, the Carter, the Grade 1 Carter, closed it out, and it's a fun race. But the truth is that the favorites are tough in here. Unified, the number 8, is going to be a single for a lot of people. I'm not singling him. I do think he's very talented. I think he may be one of the more talented sprinter types in the country. I don't totally trust him because I think that Tommy Macho, the 2, can beat him. Tommy Macho does have to bring his form from South Florida to New York, but he's run well in New York before, so he's done it. He was terrific 2 back. He runs that race 2 back, he's going to win this race. Tommy Macho is my top pick, but I am only going to use the 2 and 8. If you want to spread, you could use the 9 Ocean Knight, but the 2 Tommy Macho and the 8 Unified are my 2 to close out the NYRA-Bets pick 4. Once again, it's races 6 through 9 on the Wood Memorial card. You get a 15% winner's bonus if you play it on NYRA-Bets. It'll be live on Fox Sports 2 from 3 to 5:30. The NYRA-Bets pick 4, available only in New York State. You want to play it through NYRA-Bets.